I love high-end Japanese food as much as the next person. And when I traveled to Japan, I had my fill on some of the best sushi, Kobe beef, and ramen I've ever had. But what I always found myself craving was the comfort of Yoshinoya's Gyudon. There's just something about the tender slices of beef with the onions and that sauce, all served over a bed of rice, that's just unmatched. And today, I'll break down how to make it step by step from scratch at home in less than 30 minutes. So do me a favor and make sure you like, comment, share, and save this video. Alright, Shell, remember to wash your hands. Now first, let's get a little bit of our prep work done, starting with an onion. We'll trim off the ends and cut that in half. Then we'll cut the onions pole to pole into strips. Now this is important because when you cut the onion along the grain, you keep more of its cell walls intact, so when we cook it later, the onions will hold its shape up a bit better. And I have a small piece of ginger, and honestly, I wouldn't worry about peeling it, but you can if you'd like. And we'll just grate the ginger with this microplane, and for this recipe, you only need about half a tablespoon of it. Once you're done with that, let's set it aside for now, and quickly make our sauce. To a mixing bowl or a container, we'll pour in a cup of hot water. Then I have some hondashi, which is a Japanese stock powder made with bonito or mackerel, and we'll add a tablespoon of that into the water. Now for the rest of the ingredients in the sauce, we'll also only need a tablespoon each. So we'll add in our sugar, soy sauce, ponzu, mirin, and your favorite sake. We'll give that a good mix, making sure that the hondashi and sugar is fully dissolved, and then it's time to put it all together. Now to a small pan on medium heat, we'll add in a splash of oil and we'll drop in our onions. We're gonna lightly saute them for just a couple of minutes. And if you like this recipe and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite Asian dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. To that, we'll add in our grated ginger and we'll continue to cook that for another minute or until fragrant. We'll pour in our sauce and allow that to come up to a boil. Reduce the heat to low and let the onions simmer covered for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the onions have softened. Now while our onions are going, I have some thinly sliced beef rolls that I picked up from H Mart, and I'm not gonna lie here, this is a bit leaner than I would have liked, and typically I like the beef to have more marbling, which will give us a more tender end product. So when you buy yours, some good options would be beef short plate or beef belly. Now we'll get our thinly sliced beef into the pan, and we're gonna let this gently cook for another 5 minutes or so, or until it's tender. Now the last little step is making sure you skim off any impurities that rises to the top, ensuring that we have a really clean bowl of gyudon. And then it's time to plate. So first we'll get some white rice into a bowl. We'll top our rice with a generous amount of beef and onions, and of course, plenty of sauce. We'll garnish this simply today with some pickled red ginger and a few dashes of togarashi powder. And just like that, you've made an incredible and authentic Yoshinoya-style gyudon in less than half an hour at home. As always, the recipe and measurements are on my blog at feedthepudge.com. And if you've made it this far, let me know in the comments section what's your go-to comfort food. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.